Okay everyone, so we're using the major scale sheet on the back. We're using those scales to create a Finale document, and this video is going to teach you how to create a Finale document that you can use to enter those notes and make a perfect looking cheat sheet. Okay, so when you sit down to your Macintosh computer, you know we've got the dock here. The Finale icon is changed. It's this blue circle with an F in it, and when you click that to open it, it's going to bounce around a little bit and it will finally open. And what we're looking for is the launch window. It looks like this. Now sometimes Finale will open and it says Finale across the top, but this box doesn't open. If that happens to you, just click File and you'll be able to select the launch window, which is the first item. Okay, I was lucky, my launch window opened right up. We're looking to do the setup wizard, and from the setup wizard there are 4 steps. This first step is talking about creating an ensemble, and we're not writing for an ensemble, so we're just going to skip that step altogether and click Next. Here in this window we're trying to tell Finale what staffs or staves we need. We need blank staff, second column also blank staff, add, and click Next. Now title, I'd like you to put in there that these are your major scales, so use your last name or your first name, whatever you want, and call it major scales. And by putting your name in the composer field, you just put your name on it, which is what I like. You can leave the other fields blank. You could put in the date here if you want, 2017. You want to copyright your music because you never know, maybe like Lady Gaga will come along and steal your music. Okay, on this step we all want 4/4 time, and we're going to leave everything in the key of C major. In other words, no sharps or flats in the key signature. But down here, number of measures, let's make it 16 so that we're not killing a lot of trees. And then you can click Finish. If you get this kind of message, just click OK. And it's creating a document. And mine seems to be really zoomed in huge. Okay, and there it is. Now when Finale opens, you've got a couple things going on. I just want to point these out to you. Up here you've got the playback controls. It looks a lot like the GarageBand playback controls. You can rewind, stop, play. We probably won't use record. What measure you want to start it in. This is called the simple entry palette. You've got the examples of the kinds of notes you want to use to bring down. And we're going to be using half notes, so like you can select them there. And this is called the main tool palette, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Okay, now looking at my document here, you can see I've got Wall's major scales. If I scroll over, I've got my name on it, Mr. Wall, the Ranger. Those pieces of text are still on there. I kind of like to get rid of those, so I'm coming over here to the main tool palette and I'm selecting this capital letter T, stands for text. And when I get these little blocks, each block is telling me I can control that. So if I click in the block, it turns pink. It allows me to move it around if I want, but really what I want to do is I just want to delete that. I don't want this word subtitle sitting there. And ditto for the word arranger. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click in that block, selecting it, and then hitting the delete key and getting rid of it. I'm almost ready to start entering notes, but the other thing is I have 16 measures, but I would really like each line to have 4 measures, 1, 2, 3, 4. So to do that, it's up under the word utilities, fit measures, and we want to fit the measures to 4 measures per system. And you can see that's changed the look of my document now. Okay, I'm ready to start with a C scale, and yours should look just like mine. And you'll notice that when I bring my cursor up, click on the half note, and I'm going to start with a C. And you should be able to hear that. I don't know why we're not actually hearing it out loud. A D, E, F, G, and I'm going quickly on purpose here, guys. A, B, C. Whoops. Oh man, that's not a C, that's a D. I'm going to use my arrow keys while it's purple to move it around. It's kind of a nice way to move something or edit it. The other thing that you can do is if you put in a note incorrectly that you didn't mean to, this tool right here at the end of the simple entry palette is an eraser. So I can select the eraser and click right on the head of the note and it will go away. Okay, but actually I like those notes. I'm going to put them back in. So a B and a C, and there's my C scale. I'm done. Okay, the next scale that you were to do is an F scale. So I'm going to start on F, G, A, but the next note is B flat. So to do that, I've got to select the half note and the flat sign at the same time. You can see that they're both lit up there. Okay, there's a B flat. Now I can deselect the flat and keep going, right? C, D, E, and F. And you notice these scales are only going up. I don't have to go back down. Okay? The next scale I think we did was a G scale, a D scale, and you've got those all on your paper. All right, guys, when you're all done, we're going to File, Print, and we are printing this to M10 black and white. Okay? Now, your sheet should ultimately have 5 scales on it. Okay, right now I only have 2, so you've got 3 that you kind of have to figure out on your own. Okay? All right, that's it from me. Thank you. See you in class.